Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Tony'sPicks.com. I'm Tony T. Now it's time for our WNBA two-pack here for Ramon Scott for the two games on the board on Thursday. You'll find his pre-plays over at Tony'sPicks.com. Let's bring Ramon in right now, ready to roll WNBA. Ramon, what's going on?
Yeah, Tony, thanks a lot for having me again. As always, another night of Commissioner's Cup action in the WNBA. Just rolling some women's basketball here every night as we get ready for our men's basketball finally on Thursday night. So it should be a fun night of hoops.
Absolutely. So let's get underway here with the women here competing against the men on action here on Thursday. Sky and Mystics head-to-head here. We see the Sky on the road lane, 4.5 total, 156.5.
Yeah, just watch out for the paparazzi there, Tony. Okay, let's roll with the Mystics here and the Sky in this one. Tony, as you mentioned, hey, the Mystics obviously coming in. Their story here is, being winless at this point, Tony. That's been not something the Washington Mystics have been used to over the last few years with Elena Delle Donne and the quality franchises they've been, but that puts you up against the eight ball when you lose your top player like that. You don't get any, compensation or anything like that. Like, maybe you should, but that's just not how it works. So the Mystics have had a real rough time of it, but they've, got to cover here and there. They failed 3 of the last 4, including a 76-59 loss at Connecticut, getting 13 points. But got the Chicago Sky coming in here, Tony. I don't want to be a drama king here with you, but just a short time before we came on the air, a little bit of an incident, really, but was it really an incident? Right now, there's a lot of speculation what's going on. Just a guy with a camera harassing the Sky's controversial player, Kennedy Carter, outside of the team hotel, getting off the bus. Didn't look like much, but to me, what it looks like is the Sky are not focused on playing basketball. If there is something to this, Tony, and it's a incident you regret, there's no doubt about it. But the Sky seem to be bringing a lot of attention on themselves for things that aren't really necessarily related to basketball. So this is a young team. All of a sudden, my tune is changing on this club. I think I burned a $100 bill, Tony, putting a big little C note on them. To win this thing this year, or at least compete and maybe give me some equity, because right now they look like a team that's totally distracted. They've lost 4 or 5. We know they were going to be kind of up against it coming in. I obviously have them overrated in the mental aspects, I feel like, of the game. They've lost 4 or 5, failed 2 straight, including an 88-75 loss versus the New York Liberty at home on Tuesday. Now playing some tough teams certainly here, but Washington won all 4 last year. Obviously, a totally different club. Washington all covered 3 of those, and they were a favorite in all those games. They're going to be an underdog here to the Sky at home. Forget about it, Tony. The Mystics are going to get their first win here on Thursday night. I would think the Sky I don't think they're ready to play a basketball game against anybody here tomorrow. The pressure will be on them once again, and I don't think they've been looking too good. In fact, they lost, remember, to the Indiana Fever and practically threw a temper tantrum. I'm going to take the Washington Mystics here. I'll take them plus the points, but I'm going to be sprinkling that money line Mystics to get their first win of the season on Thursday night.
All right, Ramon Scott, click the link below for his best bet. Sky and Mystics. The pick here will be the Mystics. There's 3.5s, there's 4s, there's 4.5s. Do your online shopping. We see 4.5s right now. Grade Ramon on that number. Guys, be sure to use the promo code TonyT at checkout. You'll save 20% off on all best bets. All right, let's continue here on our